From the start, her love poured out endlessly. She'd cook his favorite soul food after his long days, listen for hours when work stressed him out, even connect him with contacts to boost his career during a rough patch. Their days blurred into romance. Candlelit dinners, spontaneous road trips, late-night talks about building a family. Friends called them the perfect couple, but Aisha was the one holding it all together. She planned surprises, wrote love notes tucked in his laptop, forgave his mood swings without question. Marcus gave just enough charm to keep her hooked, but the effort was mostly hers, one-sided, though she couldn't see it yet. Then came the proposal that felt like a dream. On a sunset beach in Florida, waves crashing softly, Marcus dropped to one knee. The diamonds sparkled as he said, "Aisha, you're my world. Marry me." Tears streamed down her face as she whispered yes. Wedding planning became her obsession. She chose a grand historic mansion venue, picked a gown that hugged her curves and glowed against her rich skin, curated flowers bursting with color, and hand-selected every song for the playlist, slow jams that told their story. Marcus nodded along, but he left most of it to her, claiming work demands. Still, Aisha pushed through, organizing everything while reassuring him during his stresses. As the day neared, tiny red flags waved. Late nights he called meetings, phone always face down, quick temper when she asked simple questions. Once, she found a hotel receipt from a trip he swore was solo. He explained it away smoothly. Client dinner, nothing more. And she believed him, not wanting to ruin their happiness. She'd surprise him with massages, plan their Jamaican honeymoon down to the private dinners, always giving more to keep the peace. Her best friend Lena noticed the shift, pulling her aside to ask if everything was okay. Aisha brushed it off, just jitters. He's the one. Wedding morning arrived like magic. Aisha woke surrounded by laughing bridesmaids, makeup artists perfecting her glow, hair styled in elegant curls. She felt like royalty slipping into that dress, veil framing her smile. Guests filled the venue. Family flying in, her mom beaming with pride, everyone buzzing. She sent Marcus a sweet text. "Forever starts today, my love." His reply was short. "Yeah, can't wait." A small pang hit her, but excitement drowned it out. The gospel choir warmed up, flowers scented the air, and Aisha stood ready for her moment. Then, in the quiet bridal room, her phone buzzed. An unknown number. "He doesn't deserve you. Check his email. Use the password you know." Heart pounding, Aisha hesitated but logged in. What she found crushed her. Emails from Sarah, his co-worker, steamy messages, photos of secret meetups, declarations of love. "Can't wait until after the wedding when we don't have to hide," Sarah wrote. Plans for weekends away. Nights he told Aisha were overtime. Every lie exposed in black and white. Tears ruined her makeup as reality sank in. All her care, the meals, the support, the endless forgiveness, wasted on a man who betrayed her deeply. She scrolled further, seeing months of deception. Trips she helped fund turned into romantic getaways. Gifts she gave and passed on to someone else. The pain twisted like a knife. How could he? After everything she poured into him, sobs escaped as Lena rushed in, seeing her collapse. Aisha whispered, "He's been cheating with Sarah." Hugs tightened as the truth spilled out. The organ music started outside, guests waiting, but Aisha's world had ended. Anger flickered through the heartbreak. She wasn't going to run or hide. Wiping her face, fixing her veil, she felt a spark ignite. The doors opened, and she stepped forward, not as a victim, but ready to reclaim her power. Aisha walked down the aisle with grace that silenced the room. Guests smiled, unaware of the storm raging inside her. Marcus stood at the altar, looking sharp in his tux, but his eyes flickered nervously as she approached. The officiant welcomed everyone, voice warm and steady. Then, just as vows were about to begin, Aisha lifted her hand. "Stop. Everyone needs to hear this." Silence fell like a blanket. She faced the crowd, voice clear and strong. "I was supposed to promise forever today, but forever can't be built on lies." Pulling out her phone, She read the messages aloud. Every damning word about the affair, the secret love, the plans to continue after today. Gasps rippled through the seats. Marcus turned pale, muttering, Aisha, please not here. But she kept going, calm yet unbreakable. I gave you everything, Marcus. My heart, my time, my endless support. I cared when no one else did. And you threw it away for someone else. Tears glistened in her eyes, but she didn't break. This wedding is over. But I'm not letting this day, or this pain, define me. Turning to the stunned guests, she smiled through the hurt. Stay, eat, dance, celebrate with me. This isn't a funeral. It's my freedom party. Bridesmaids erupted in cheers first, then family joined, applause building. Her mom stood tall, eyes proud. Marcus tried to argue, but ushers guided him out as he hung his head. The vibe shifted instantly. DJ dropped empowering beats. Beyoncé, Mary J. Blige, turning the venue into a celebration of strength. Aisha tossed her veil aside, curls bouncing free, and hit the dance floor with her girls. Laughter replaced whispers as plates of food circulated, toasts rang out. To Aisha, the queen who knows her worth, her uncle shouted. Strangers hugged her, sharing their own stories of heartbreak turned triumph. The energy was electric, healing. Later, as the party peaked, Marcus slipped back for a private apology. It was a mistake, baby. I love you. Aisha looked him straight in the eye. No, you love the convenience. I loved you fully, and that's why I'm done. He left defeated, the door closing on that chapter forever. Alone for a moment, Aisha let fresh tears fall, but they felt cleansing. She vowed right there, no more one-sided love. Her care belonged to herself now. Words spread fast. Videos from guests hit social media. Hashtags exploding. Hashtag unbroken bride. Hashtag know your worth. Aisha woke the next day to thousands of messages from women inspired by her stand. She started sharing her journey online, talking red flags, self-love rituals, boundary lessons. Therapy helped unpack the pain. Travel solo reignited her spark. Career soared with a big promotion, confidence radiating. Months passed, and life bloomed brighter. At a work conference, she met Jamal. Kind eyes, genuine laugh, effort that matched hers from day one. No rush, just mutual respect, building slowly. They talked real dreams, supported each other equally. Aisha finally felt love that lifted, not drained. Now, picture her on that same beach where he proposed, sunset painting the sky, waves whispering peace. No ring on her finger, but joy in her heart. Betrayal tried to break her, but she rose unbreakable. If you've ever given too much to someone who gave too little, know this. Your worth isn't negotiable. Turn that pain into power, just like Aisha did. What would you have done in her shoes? The doors swing open, music swells. Every eye turns to you in that perfect gown. But for Aisha Thompson, a beautiful black woman full of hope and fire, that walk down the aisle became the start of something no one saw coming. Minutes earlier, her phone revealed the truth. Her fiancé Marcus had been cheating with his coworker Sarah for months. The evidence was undeniable. Passionate emails, secret photos, lies stacked on lies. Yet Aisha didn't crumble. She dried her tears, lifted her chin, and stepped forward anyway. Aisha's love for Marcus had always been fierce and selfless. From the day they met at a crowded Atlanta networking event, she poured everything into him. His charm won her over instantly, and soon she was the one keeping their world turning. Cooking late dinners when he worked overtime, cheering his tech dreams, connecting him with people who lifted his career. She forgave his distance, ignored the late nights, believed every excuse because her heart refused to see less than forever. The proposal on that Florida beach felt like destiny. Sunset glowing, waves crashing, Marcus on one knee with a ring that caught every ray of light. She said yes without hesitation, and wedding planning consumed her joy. She chose the historic mansion, the flowing gown that made her dark skin radiate, the flowers, the music, every detail perfect. Marcus smiled and agreed, but the effort was hers alone. Red flags waved, mysterious texts, sudden trips, perfume that wasn't hers. But Aisha smoothed them over with more love, more care, more hope. Wedding day dawned bright. Bridesmaids laughed around her, makeup flawless, curls bouncing under the veil. Guests filled the seats, her mother teary-eyed with pride. Aisha's text to Marcus overflowed with excitement. His reply was cold and short. Then came the anonymous message. Check his email. She did, and her heart shattered. Every business trip exposed his time with Sarah. Every "I love you" now a lie. Tears fell hard as Lena held her, but something shifted inside Aisha. She wasn't going to run. She fixed her makeup, straightened her veil, and walked out. Not to marry a liar, but to take back her day. Aisha reached the altar with a grace that hushed the entire room. Marcus smiled nervously, thinking the worst was over. The officiant began, voice warm and welcoming. Then Aisha raised her hand and spoke, clear as crystal. Everyone stop. This ceremony can't go on. Gasps spread like wildfire. She turned to the guests, phone in hand, and started reading the messages aloud. Every intimate word, every plan to keep the affair going after the wedding. Marcus went ghost white, stammering excuses no one believed. I loved you completely, she told him, voice steady despite the tears shining in her eyes. I built you up, supported you, cared for you when no one else would. And you repaid that with betrayal. The room hung on every word. Then Aisha smiled, a real, powerful smile, and declared, this wedding is canceled, but the celebration stays. Today isn't about loss. It's about me choosing myself. She tossed her veil to the floor, curls springing free, and signaled the DJ. Empowering music blasted through the speakers. Beyoncé, Lizzo, pure fire. Bridesmaids rushed to her side, cheering loudest. Guests hesitated only a moment before joining in. Tables became dance floors. Food circulated. Laughter overtook shock. Her uncle grabbed the mic for a toast. To Aisha, a queen who knows her crown can't be taken. Glasses clinked everywhere. Marcus tried one last plea in a quiet corner. It was a mistake. I do love you. Aisha looked him dead in the eye. You love what I gave you. You never loved me back the same way. We're done. He left with nothing, escorted out as the party roared on. Aisha danced harder than anyone, surrounded by love from people who truly saw her worth, that women thanking her for showing strength, sharing their own stories, finding courage because of her. Aisha read them the next morning and felt something new. Purpose. She started posting her truth. How to spot lies, how to rebuild after heartbreak, how to put yourself first. Healing wasn't instant. Therapy helped unpack the pain of giving so much to someone who gave so little. Solo trips reignited her spark. Paris cafes, Caribbean beaches, places she once planned for two. Work rewarded her focus with a major promotion, confidence blooming brighter than ever. Then Jamal appeared at conference. No games, no half effort. He listened, supported, matched her energy without being asked. Their connection grew slowly, built on real respect and equal care. No rush to labels or rings, just genuine joy. Now imagine Aisha back on that same beach at sunset, barefoot in the sand, wind playing with her curls. No diamond weighing her hand down, just freedom and peace lighting her up from inside. Betrayal almost destroyed her, but she turned it into fuel. She rose stronger, wiser, unbreakable, that if you've ever loved harder than you were loved back, remember Aisha. Your worth isn't up for debate. Take back your power. Celebrate your freedom.